Hi. Went on the bike ride this morning with the old men, and this is one of the views of the Wandle towards the there. That's Tooting and Mitcham football stadium. You wouldn't believe this little river was surrounded by trading estates, factory estates, housing estates, but it is. But this little bit of it along the banks of the Wandle is just lovely. It's coming into leaf now, but I was attracted to bits of it for today's painting, well, abstract. But that's about all. I'll look at it once, and that'll be it. So I've got my primed board, which I did this morning, and I've just this follows a demonstration of how I apply all the texture. Right, so we'll give it a bit of a spray with water, and we'll just go in with some colour, a bit of blue, a bit of white. By spraying it with water, it makes it very easy to put a background colour in. Gives it a bit of fluid, a bit of lubrication. Ouch, got my finger with that spray. Right, okay, so we can go over that. Get some in the water. Comes around there. Okay, now I want a bit of alizarin in that now, because I'm going to put my distance in, but I'm going to enhance everything. So we've got some trees over here, but by putting the purple in it, I give the impression that there's something behind what we're going to put in front of it. And I've got the bank coming around here, and then okay. Well, let's put a bit more of that alizarin in and the blue. Lovely. It's so easy to do it this way. But I don't show you a method. I just show you how I paint and how I make things up as I go along. I don't follow a pattern. I just work away. The sort of still winter clothing on the trees there. Right, so let's get a little bit of greeny stuff in. It's a beautiful day today, so a bit of green and a bit of yellow. That's so nice. Bit of ochre, a bit of white. Just the bank here. Because put some darker greens in there as and when. Just mixing a bit of light green. There's a colour called light green. Let's have a bit of black in there. Love black. And just put in some darker bits. Okay, so we're going much darker in there now, in that bit there, but I want to just mark out my bank, from there to here, nice and dark in there, and that sweeps round down to there. Okay, now I've got a cup of tea. I keep making tea and forgetting to drink it. Okay, let's put in some blue and black and some alizarin. Just to get this shadow area a bit more. I'm going to do the same over here because We have got some shadow there, so we keep it wet. And then we can enhance. Put a bit of red in there. And once we've got all this sort of done, we can thicken up then. Okay. So it's all very thin at the moment, but we'll start to thicken up now. We'll put in a bit more of a dark sky now. We can put some light clouds in, going across. I seem to be enjoying my yellow, my orange period. I'll just clean off some of this paint here. It's a bit murky. I'll have to change my membrane soon, because this one's been on there a couple of weeks now. I reckon the time goes so quick. So I want black. That's the black. That's the cadmium yellow medium. Let's use that instead of that lemon. Put a good dollop out. And a lump of black. That's it. Most of the colours are cheap Wilkinson's colours. I want some more red, so we'll get some of that out. A couple of tubes of this. Ooh. It's stuck. Cool. Right, that'll do for a moment. Messy business painting, isn't it? I don't think we need any more water now, so we'll just get that, these nice little white light clouds going in across the sky. You can use very light blue for the clouds if you wish. And let's start to thicken up here now. We'll get some nice greens. I know some of you are struggling with the green, but with using the black, but it's if you put a bunch of black out and then add green to it, yellow to it, it'll stay black. If you put some yellow out and then add a bit of black to it, it'll go green. Unless you're more experienced, then it won't really matter. You'll be able to judge it. Get a nice quick dark, because there's still lots of green, evergreen in all this, apart from the bare trees. It's coming down here to that bank. I want some of that background to show through, but not a lot. Now, the thing that attracted my interest was a cherry blossom, a cherry plum tree here that was in flower, which was particularly lovely. And so I'm going to do it dark, and the texture will enable me to show the flowers without painting every petal. That's a good, nice dark green in there. So red, black, because I've got a counter change against this dark. There's a bit of blue in that. So catching the high spots. So over that, with that dark violet mixture, and there's all sorts of colours in this. There's black, blue, so I'm guessing this now. I'm not working from the photograph. I'll have to keep turning the phone on and off, and I haven't downloaded it. So I will let that. These are the background trees here. It needs to be much darker, but that needs to dry a bit. So I'm going to do a bit over here now. I'll get that green bank in. But it looked more attractive 2 hours before I took this photograph. I should have taken it all the way, and the sun was really catching the beautiful light on these flowers, these cherry plum blossom. So I'll just put in a bit more green, light green, colour here. The Wilkinson range is very limited. It's got all the basic colours, but things like light green, viridian, like the viridian they do. So nice bright green. Can mix a bit of red in with it. So we'll put that here, and that comes down. And the bank's coming down there. Okay. Catching a bit of light. No, I shouldn't have done that. I'll wait for that to dry, I'll go over that. I want that dark all around there to enhance the light. It was a bit daft why I did that. Right, let's just get this in. This sketchy tree with that is an abstract. This is not going to bear any relation to what I actually saw. Right. Let's stiffen up the water now. Just using these varnish brushes. They're very good for this. Right, let's get some nice colour now in that background, I think. That's a nice colour, a little bit of red in there as well. The colour we want. Orange. Let's mute that a little bit. Still a bit damp. We don't want the left to replicate what's on the right. We want them different. I want some nice mauvey colours in here. This is still distant. Just indicate that bank there and get that darker colour in here. Lovely gooey, rich paint. See, plenty of red in this. If we come in, we can put some in here. In the backs we've got blackberries, hawthorn, elderberry. Have orange in there as well. Why not? That's where I want to counter change. The lovely white of that I'm using red. Okay. Right, something's happening. Let's just get that bank a little less regular. Let's just break that outline up a little bit there. Okay. Now this is putting this shadow here in red and blue, just ultramarine cabin red. See how dark you can get with it. You can make it a warm dark, or you can make it a cool dark. Or blue, cool. Or red, warm. Alright, okay, let's bring some of that in here now. There's just a basic underpainting. Before I'm just adding to the surface of this with lumpy paint, but dark there because I'm going to put the cherry blossom in there. Okay. I need to do something with the sky now, I think. Clean the brush. Bit of tea. So, bit of lemon yellow, oh that cabin yellow, a little bit of red. Some of that in there. See, we're just scumbling over those high spots that we put in the texture. Gives all ethereal. Oh, that's a good word. No, I used that yesterday. Some in here. Just showing through the trees, which I haven't got their green one yet. I'm just softening it on now. Look at that. There's some over here. That's why we did it. Let's give it a bit of a dry with the hair dry. Headphones off. need to do some work on this tree here. So if I put in that nice dark bit for counter changing here, then I can drag over that with orange and stuff to take that back into this, but make it lighter rather than more distant. So let's just get all that in here. But I don't want to take too much of that dark out. That cutting ice. See what happens? You get a bit of a sparkle. And we'll have some really good lights, and a light greeny, just to show a bit of catching the light on these trees here. Well, I can put some green on this too. Just warm this up here a little bit. Just the light coming through there. Nice bit of orangey, make it lighter with the yellow. Just get that dragged on there. I hope that's showing on the camera. Right, let's get a little bit of green in there now. The green complementary to the orange or the red. Now we put a bit of warm red in here. You can use your colours. I'm learning about all this. I've been painting drab English landscape colours. They're not really drab. Just as it appears. I was sort of reversing the aerial perspective and all this. How's that doing? Coming on. Clean the brush. And that's probably a bit dry now, so we can put this slightly whitey, yellowy blossom on. With a slightly pink, I suppose. Now in the summer we'll be scrumping this tree, if we get there before the pigeons do. Scrumping is an English word for pinching the fruit, stealing the fruit off of it. We'll call that cherry blossom, cherry plum blossom. So they're tiny plums, and you get them right, they're beautiful things, they're very pippy. My wife's forbidden me to pick them because she has to do the business with them. But stewing them, and they just suck them off the pips. You wouldn't chew it because you break all your teeth. Right, now we'll go in with a little bit of green now. A bit of white with that green. Spring green. Look, just catching the pimples. Cheating, really. Okay, we can get that nice, lovely green there. Just drag that down there for reflection. Okay. Right, more tea liquor. I need to enhance that a bit more. Right, let's put in the green on here. Sort of pastely. but I won't do too much in there. So that's light green, very useful colour, gives you that brilliance. I'll try and put some branches in there and in here. Let's get some darker green, so mix a bit of black with that. A darker green. Bit more black. Green of colours. I keep saying that, but it is. It's a fabulous colour to have in your palette. And it is true that it does make great holes in your landscape, but so what? If it gives you the effect that you want and it looks good, or in your eyes it looks good, great. I'm wondering how I'm going to put in the branches, but I might, or the trunks, I might just use an inch flat brush. I need some dark in there now. I'll mix a bit of black in with that. Shortcut it. Just cadmium red, black and blue. So this is the shadow. Put some of that in there. Right, I'm not thinking about this bit at the moment. I'm thinking about where is my brush, which is there. So let's get a bit of black, bit of blue, bit of red. Nah, I don't like the white in there. Right, let's it'd be difficult to do this with a rigger because of the high spots. I'll put a bit of light ochre, I think. Catch in a bit of light, so let's clean the brush. A bit of white and a bit of ochre. As long as it shows, not fussed about making a portrait of anything. A bit of green, a bit of yellow. Oh. Just this tree in there. I'll have a go at trying to put it in with a rigger, but I don't think it'll be very successful. It's hard enough doing the signature. But as long as enough of it shows to suggest that well, it's not bad, you know. I'll try with the rigger, see what happens. Let's try that one. Plenty of water. Very difficult. Let's try like that. doesn't give enough, does it? Right, okay, now let's stay with the texture. Let's go and do this green down here now. Right, so get some good rich, light catching green in there. We'll get some of those oranges in this as well. Let's soften it all. Get that background a bit lighter. Some of this, the greens. Just catching the light on this. All spring greens now. Right, got to do something in this foreground. So, a bit of orange, a bit of yellow, nice warm colours in there, a bit of red, a bit of that green. Warm it all up. Arthur Madison was a great one for putting a lot of orange and blues. Have a look at his gallery on Google. Fantastic painter. Very impressionist. But I'm shortcutting by scumbling over this rather than painting loads of strokes. So let's try putting a bit of blue in. Bit of blue, bit of white. I've only got one. I've got cerulean, but I don't really use it. I got it because it was cheap, but let's just put some of this in. Some air back. See what happens. Gives a bit of a cool depth to it. Let's put some of that in here. And it opens the sky up a little bit. Okay, it's coming. Right, we'll put that light in the sky through here. trying to follow that reflection from the sky. And I want some dark in there now. Some of this. I've just used the blue and the red for this reflection, and I've got a bit of green in here. More orange. Right, I've got to do something with this. I need darker greens in there as well. So black and no, black and yellow. Look at that lovely, lovely rich green. Even darker than that now. It's all about light against dark, complementary colours against primaries. Now I need to put a bit of shadow in there as well now. Otherwise it's just a corner taken out of the picture. It hasn't got a lot of meaning, so we'll go in with some shadow colour. And we can pick out some lights. Right, some reedy colours. Mix a bit of ochre with it. Go on this. Brilliant yellows back in here. Bit of red. I don't think there's a lot I can do with that now. So maybe make some of the water, just the blue, just a bit lighter blue. Let's try that. And we'll put that cloud light, that's a nice light there. Just go some high spots. Don't like this bit, but I don't really want to spend any more time on it. Well, it captures the mood of what I felt about it. I'll just put that, just over enhance this lovely blossom. Bit of alizarin, load of white, and just Get in there with it. When I show my mates this in the pub, they'll say, well, it's just what it look like, Dave. But of course it isn't. Get that coming all the way over there. Oh, it's a beautiful sight. Got a hair right in the middle of that. Come out. Gotcha. Just a touch of alizarin, just bring it over there a little bit. It's overhanging the bank. Probably overdone it, but I haven't done. I'll kill a little bit of that. I've just dried off. Headphones off. Just put a little bit of the shadowy colour back in. Just put a bit of it in. Seems as there's still a hair there. I don't think there is, I think there's just where it is, there is. Look at that. Right, back with it. Just a touch. Kill it with kindness. Probably come over a little bit too far there. So let's just put that back in there. Just bring that bank out a little bit more. Trying to spread some hairs so I can just get a few of these light grasses showing and get a bit of that lovely lemony yellowy colour back in here. It's all giving a little bit of texture to it. Right, okay, well that's about all I can do. I'll put it in a frame and we'll have a look, see what it's like. I'll take my gloves off. Cool. You sweat in these gloves and they're very difficult to pull off. And they're quite delicate being vinyl, but it keeps my fingers dry out of the water. Right, I have a frame somewhere. There it is. Right, no peeping because it'll look better in the frame than it does in. Sorry, I've moved you. Nice fit. Don't lock your eyes. Oh. Just lift up a bit more. Oops. Right, okay. Right, well, I don't look too bad, does it? I could fiddle and fluff around with it. So I've got my my cherry plum blossom. It's about what I saw. It was I think I've overdone it a little bit, but hey, that was a bit that attracted me, so that's why I've enhanced it. It made everything else look quite dull by comparison. Bit dark in that over there. Maybe let's just see if we can, while we're at it, let's just see if we can just lighten that even more on that horizon. It's just a little bit too dark. Just a little bit of... Oops. Bear with me, sorry, I should have done all this earlier, but it was just taking too long. Long would I like to just lessen that a little bit. Send it back a bit. Right, I think that's a bit better. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. The trees over here have turned out quite well, but I'm not going to do any more to it. That is it. It was a demonstration after all. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.